Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce my team. I am Enggal Rininggayuh and my friend Kartika Kusumawati Jayandaru. Here we are going to present chapter 1. It is about introducing second language acquisition. First of all, what is second language acquisition? Well, second language acquisition refers both to the study of individuals and groups who are learning a language subsequent to learning their first one as young children, and to the process of learning that language. The additional language is called a second language or L2. It is also commonly called a target language or TL, which refers to any language that is the aim or goal of learning. The scope of second language acquisition includes, first, informal second language learning that takes place in naturalistic contexts. Second, formal second language learning that takes place in classrooms. Third, second language learning that involves a mixture of these settings and circumstances. For examples, informal learning happens when a child from Japan is brought to the USA and picks up English in the course of playing and attending school with native English-speaking children without any specialized language instruction. Formal learning occurs when a high school student in England takes a class in French, when an undergraduate student in Russia takes a course in Arabic, or when an attorney in Colombia takes a night class in English. In trying to understand the process of second language acquisition, we are seeking to answer three basic questions. First, what exactly does the second language learner come to know? Second, how does the learner acquire this knowledge? And the third, why are some learners more successful than others? Actually, there are no simple answers to these questions. In fact, there are probably no answers that all second language researchers would agree on completely. In part, this is because second language acquisition is highly complex in nature, and in part because scholars studying second language acquisition come from academic disciplines which differ greatly in theory and research methods. Second language acquisition has emerged as a field of study primarily from within linguistics and psychology, and their subfields of applied linguistics, psycholinguistics, sociolinguistics, and social psychology, as a result of efforts to answer the what, how, and why questions posed above. There are corresponding differences in what is emphasized by researchers who come from each of these fields. Linguists emphasize the characteristic of the differences and similarities in the languages that are being learned and the linguistic competence, underlying knowledge, and linguistic performance, actual production of learners at various stages of acquisition. Psychologists and psycholinguists emphasize the mental or cognitive processes involved in acquisition and the representation of languages in the brain. Sociolinguists emphasize variability in learner linguistic performance, and extend the scope of study to communicative competence, underlying knowledge that additionally accounts for language use or pragmatic competence. Social psychologists emphasize group-related phenomena such as identity and social motivation, and the interactional and larger social context of learning. Each discipline and subdiscipline uses different methods for gathering and analyzing data in research on second language acquisition, employs different theoretical frameworks, and enriches its interpretation of research findings and conclusions in different ways. That is why there is no presumption that any one perspective among these is right or more privileged, but believe that all are needed to provide a fuller understanding of the complex phenomena of second language acquisition. That's all from me. The next presentation will be delivered by Kartika. Thank you.
Okay, I will continue the presentation. I will discuss about what is a second language. Now, to our second language, it may be actually be the third, fourth, or tenth to be acquired. Sometimes it is necessary for us to make further distinctions according to the function the L2 will serve in our lives, since this may significantly affect what we learn. And these differences may determine the specific areas of vocabulary knowledge we need, the level of grammatical complexity we have to attain, and whether speaking or reading skills are more important. The following are distinctions commonly made in the literature. A second language is typically an official or societally dominant language needed for education, employment, and other basic purposes, and a foreign language is one not widely used in the learner's immediate social context, which might be used for future travel or other cross-cultural communication situations, or studied as a curricular requirement or elective in school, but with not immediate or necessary practical application. A library language is one which functions primarily as a tool for further learning through reading, especially when books or journals in a desired field of study are not commonly published in the learner's native tongue. An auxiliary language is one which learners need to know for some official functions in their immediate political setting, or will need for purposes of wider communication, although their first language serves most other needs in their lives. Other restricted or highly specialized functions for second languages are designated language for specific purpose, and the learning of this typically focuses only on a narrow set of occupation-specific uses and functions. One such prominent area is English for academic purposes, or EAP. And next, what is first language? First language, or L1, is that an individual learns first. For purposes of SLA concern, the important features that all sets of L1 share are that they are assumed to be languages which are acquired during early childhood, and normally beginning before the age of about 3 years, and that they are learned as part of growing up among people who speak them. And next, about diversity in learning and learners. What is learned in acquiring a second language, as well as how it is learned, is often influenced by whether the situation involves informal exposure to speakers of other languages, immersion in a setting where one needs a new language to meet basic needs, or formal instruction in school. And these learning conditions are often profoundly influenced by powerful social, cultural, and economic factors affecting the status of both languages and learners. Okay, I think that's all from us about definition of second language acquisition. And thank you for watching.